Hello viewers, welcome to another episode on array microcontrollers. In this video, we are going to take a look at a handy feature in the Renesas Flash programmer, uploading our program onto the array board in boot mode. You may be already familiar with using the Flash programmer application through the J-Link onboard debugger. But let's say you don't have the J-Link debugger available on a custom-made system. How do you upload the program then? Well, the array MCU can be operated in a boot mode that allows uploading a program via the serial port or a standard USB port without needing an intermediate interface like J-Link or emulators. In the next segments, we will go through the steps to upload the hex file to an array chip in MCU boot mode. To do this, we are going to connect one UART channel to our PC's USB port via a TTL to USB adapter. In this way, the communication is established via a serial port. As we are going to use the EK RA6M4 board, we will need to locate the exact pins which would be responsible for this communication. The SCI boot mode utilizes channel 9, so we need to look for pins that can be used for TXD9 and RXD9 as well as SCI programming. We can start by looking into the user's manual for the MCU hardware and see that the TXD9 and RXD9 pins are at P109 and P110 for SCI programming. So, the RX pin of the TTL converter needs to be connected to pin 109 of the MCU board, and TX pin of the TTL converter need to be connected to pin 110 of the board. The EK boards are configured to start in both single chip mode or boot mode. The single chip mode basically means the MCU will start and resume the program it contains. For the boot mode, the MCU starts, and instead of running the application, if there is one, it waits for specific commands that have been designed to execute in boot mode. Now, the mode to be loaded is decided based on the state of the MD pin, which needs to be set to 0 when the board powers up. EK boards provide an onboard jumper to short the MD pin at J16. In order for the board to start in boot mode, this pin needs to be shorted. To power up the board, we shall use the USB connector to USBFS port, which is designated as J11. This port is only meant to power up the board and not for communications in this case. Once that is done, we can configure the Flash programmer and make a new project for the basic operations. We shall name a new project first and then choose the communication tool, which means the port we are going to utilize to upload our program. We can see that the USB to serial port is detected at COM22. We will select it and then press connect. OK. As a next step, we shall try to perform a simple command to erase the board. So, we check only the erase option in the operation settings. Before we execute this command, we may need to press the reset button on the board so it is ensured to be rebooted in boot mode. We may need to do this, that is, press the reset button on the board before executing any operation. Next, we shall try to upload a binary file to the board. So, we browse our directory using the Add Remove Files button. We have a simple Blinky project saved as a hex file. We shall make use of that. Once the hex file is loaded, we shall then extend the active commands with program and verify, which will basically perform an erase followed by program upload followed by a verification operation. Then we will click Start to upload the program. Once the program has uploaded, we shall open the jumper J16 to disable the boot mode. First, we remove the USB power cable from the port. Then, we remove the jumper and then we reconnect back the USB to supply power. We shall see that the LED is blinking, indicating a successful program flash operation. So, those were the steps to upload a program to an array board in SCI boot mode using the UART channels. See you in the next video.